Hey, what is up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel, and in today's video I'm going to be showing you all how to make the In the Hoop Valentine's Day bag tags. And you may have seen it in my first clip, but I'm going to show the basket that I made, and I have this tag here, and we're going to go ahead and get right on into it. Fabric, and I did put some heat and bond on the back of it. It comes in a roll like this. You can buy this at Walmart, Hobby Lobby, or any of your other crafting supply stores. So you're going to need that, and then you're going to heat it to the back of this. And I still have the backing on it, but I'm just going to peel it away. And as you can see, if you're not familiar with heat and bond, it does give a shininess. And what this does is whenever you finish your project, you would just heat it up on your machine, and it just allows for the fabric to be bonded on the material that you're embroidering. But for this, since I'm using craft foam, I'm not going to heat it, but I do like to use the heat and bond because it allows a better and more smoother cut. So I'm going to go ahead and put that to the side. And the next thing that I like to use is my sticky stabilizer. I did purchase this from allstitch.com. If you're interested in getting some of this, I highly recommend you checking out the link that is in my description bar. I love All Stitch, and I love this sticky stabilizer. So if you're not familiar with it, it is great. Many people do use this on their fast frames I've seen, but I like to use them on my mighty hoops. Even though it does leave a little bit of a sticky residue, I'm still figuring out how to remove that, but it is great. And the next thing that you're going to need is some craft foam. I did purchase this from Hobby Lobby. It's the longer sheet because I'm going to be using my 11 by 8, 13 by 8 mighty hoop. And then the last thing that you will need is some scissors to cut your fabric. I like to use my Ginger scissors. They're pretty sharp and they are perfect. I believe that All Stitch sells these as well. They do. They definitely do sell these. So I definitely recommend you checking out All Stitch for your scissor needs. And then also a seam ripper. You're going to need this to cut the hole. Well, to make out the hole that's in the hoop or that's in the tag. You're going to need this to make out you will need a seam ripper to cut out the hole in the bag tag. Or if you have these scissors or another pair that are really sharp, you can use these because I used my scissors instead of the seam ripper because these are so sharp and so good. Alrighty, now we're going to go ahead and get into hooping our material. And like I mentioned, I am using my 13 by 8 mighty hoop. I love mighty hoop. I have so many different mighty hoops, but this one is my favorite because it is so versatile. So I'm going to go ahead and hoop that one. And you'll also need some other scissors to cut your sticky stabilizer. And you want to cut it to the length of your hoop or your whatever you're hooping and you want to cut this to the length of your hoop. And you also need some other scissors to cut that. I don't like to use my Ginger scissors for any paper cutting. Those scissors are quite expensive and I don't want to get them dull. And with the sticky stabilizer, it does have a side that kind of feels like tearaway, and then it has a shiny side. And what you're going to do on that shiny side is remove the paper backing. And that is the side that is going to be facing up. And your material is going to be placed on top of that. And next, what you're going to place on top of the sticky stabilizer is your craft foam. So I'm going to go ahead and remove this tag. You want to be careful because it does have a staple in it, which I'm not going to use this whole sheet on this project. But I do want to save some of it. So I'm just going to carefully tear this off. So I have that applied. And now I'm just going to place the top hoop over the top of the hoop on top. Okay, and now it is ready for the machine. Okay, and I'm going to be stitching using my Melco. I'll do a video more in depth about my Melco. I really love this machine. If you are in the market for a new embroidery machine, I highly recommend a Melco. It is perfect. This is a real workhorse. And now we're going to place our first fabric. And instead of cutting right there, I'm going to allow it to stitch again because this is the scalloped edge, and I'm going to allow that to stitch all the way through because I don't want it to mess up with me cutting it too early. Okay, this is the finished out stitch. So now we're going to take this off the hoop and cut out the excess around the scallop stitch. And I'm just cutting off the excess crafting foam. Whenever I am done, I am going to rip it off, but I like to keep that on for now because it gives it some structure to help with my cutting. Now we're going to cut out around the satin, I keep saying satin. It is a satin stitch. You're going to cut out around that, but also around the scallops. You're not going to cut anything right here. So I have my DJI camera and it's on a gimbal and it's face tracking me. So it's not showing you all what I'm cutting. So I'm just going to come back and show you all after it's done. All right, you guys, so this is the final stitch out, the final result. I did take my scissors and cut the hole out right here. I did purchase this file from Etsy. It was 2 separate files. I purchased the scalloped heart with the hole that's already there, and then I had a separate applique heart that I just merged the designs. And then this is a monogram font from Twilight. I believe it's a Twilight monogram font. And I just merged them all together. And and this is the result. And I also forgot to mention that you will need some ribbon to tie it on whatever you're going to place this on. You can use this for anything for Valentine's Day or if for any other type of tag that you would like to use. I just decided to do it for Valentine's Day, and I'm also going to do some more things with this same file. That is it for this video, you guys. I hope you all found that helpful, and I hope you all enjoyed this content. Please forgive me for this orientation of this video. I did not realize that my camera was in the vertical mode while I was filming until the video was complete. So I apologize about that, but I will have more content coming out, so just go ahead and stick around for that. I will see you all in my next upload. Bye.